Like, YouTube, I need YouTube to let me be great. I'm so sorry, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. YouTube being a hater today. What is going on? I gotta wait for everybody to get back on. Sorry, y'all. It keeps like throwing me out of my own live, and I'm like, what had happened? Okay, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're waiting. I don't know why YouTube would do such a thing. Like, I mean, it kicked me out like 3 or 4 times. I was just trying to get back on my live. Where's everybody at? Okay. Now I just gotta wait for people, I guess. Okay. We will wait. We was lying. We was kicking it. YouTube, stop being a hater. Where is everybody? I think everybody's coming back. All right, y'all. I'm so sorry about that. YouTube kicked me all the way out of my own live like 3, 4, 5 times. And then eventually they're just like, no, we're not going to let you back in your own live. You got to start over. So, all right, you guys, when you get back on the live, let me know who's here so we can continue the readings. We're not going to, can't stop, won't stop. We're not going to stop. Okay, let me know who's on here when you get here. Make sure you have subscribed, like the video, and then you'll go on the list. Kashina, I don't know what's going on, girl. Like my life, like it kept kicking me out. It would kick me out like 4 or 5 times, and then it let me back in my live, but then it would keep kicking me out. So, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what YouTube is doing, but we're back. Okay, Manipura, Jay, you're here. Awesome. Okay, so Jay, it'll go Jay, and then if positive vibes jumps back on, I've got positive vibes, and then Kashina. Okay. Thank you for being loyal. I appreciate it. It goes a long ways. Okay, Jay, go ahead and tap that screen. You are next. Spirit, what messages do you have for Jay? Jay is an Aquarius in Texas. Jay is an Aquarius in Texas. What messages do you have? Spirit, what messages do you have for Jay? Aquarius in Texas. What message do you have? What message do you have? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, you had 2 cards jump out. Let's see what they are. You got 2 yeses. Jay, you could be calling in a union or a partnership if you're not already in one right now. You might be in one right now. It's something that you manifested. Are you asking about something about your relationship? Yes, I'm doing you right now. Jay, you are right now. I'm doing you right now. She was a past ex. Okay, so okay. Well, you guys are you guys have some compatibility, but and you guys are sexually attracted to each other. There was some intimacy. Were you wanting to like take it a little bit further? But it's like you may have wanted to take things a little bit further in the past. Let me clarify this energy. Could have been dealing with a Cancer sign. Um could have been dealing with a Cancer and Aries. Spirit, what messages do you have about this relationship here? What do we know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh, you had the tower moment. Okay. So you had a lot of things happening. All right, Jay. This is what I got for you. So you, you, when you met this person, I was told she would return left on bad terms. I see that, but that was meant to be. And it's like you're resisting the change. You're resisting the change. You could be delusional about the situation. It's like you put a lot of time and money in this person, and now it's like a bad investment, and you need to just make peace that it was a bad investment because you have the tower moment in the reverse. It's a no. It's a no. All right. So, um, but you put so much time, you might have bought this person some gifts or maybe even bought them a ring. You might have wanted to get them a ring. You might have wanted that union with them. But now it's time for you to like sit with the situation now that this person is not in your immediate space and really just kind of see how toxic the relationship was or how not good for you it was. Okay. You might have made also uh like hasty decisions and might have jumped right into being sexual with each other because there was a lot of chemistry between you guys. You were physically attracted to each other. There was some compatibility. You thought at the time that there was some emotional bonding going on, but it could have been really trauma bonding. But you might have thought that this person would have been someone you wanted to marry, right, or have a long-term union with. Okay. The only thing is though, and you like I said, you might have put some finances in there, or you might have put a lot of time into the relationship. But the tower moment came along and the tower moment said, no, this is not your person. And I'm gonna clarify. I want to know what the gossip is on the situation. Give me the gossip on these two of cups right here, spirit. Make sure you're tapping the screen for me so it strengthens the connection, okay? It really does work, okay? If anybody is new, oh, friend zone, damn. Platonic, unreciprocated love, stuck as friends. Yeah, got friend zone, didn't you? Okay, spirit, give me some more messages. Ooh, vampire energy. Okay, so now it's draining, it's toxic, and now you got friend zoned or you need to friend zone them. Okay. And it's time to cut the cords. It's time to cut the cords. That's why the major arcana card came out. Mm, yep. Soul contract. Yep. Soul contract. That's why it's time to cut the cord. Okay. Fated connections, karmic, spiritual agreements, because we have the two of cups right here, right? So that lets me know that there was a bond or a trauma bond with this person, but but they're draining you. And that's why you have to friend zone them or be friend zone because they're an energy vampire. And that's why the major arcana card came through with the tower moment. A lot of people see the tower moment as something bad, but sometimes the tower moment has to happen because you're playing stuck on stupid and you're being delusional about your future, and spirit has something bigger planned for you, and you need to focus on that. Okay, so let me pull some more cards because I'm going to read the gossip. Ooh, left on red. You see what I'm saying? Like this person is friend zone you because they might be dealing with somebody else. I'm just saying. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That card jumped and then flipped back in. Let's see what that is. Yep. And now it's time for you to recharge your energy because you've been drained. You've been drained. You like one of those people that like sleep next to the bed, but you don't put your phone on the charger. So it's kind of like you're doing that to yourself. Like, you know, you need to rest. You know, you need to recharge yourself. You know, this person's doing this, but you're not doing what you need to be doing. So you said, yeah, I broke up with them. Yes. So now it's time again, like I said, to not only just break up with them physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. How do you do that? Maybe you get on something and figure out, buy a real book and figure it out. Because I have a book called Sacred Contracts here, but you just need to do the inner work and just kind of be to yourself right now, and just work on yourself. You just need to work on yourself right now. It's time for you to be solo, and it's on purpose. Okay, any more messages for Jay? Yep. Okay. So there was hidden deception. And that too is why, but the payback is going to happen. This person is going to come back around, is what spirit is telling me. This person is going to come back and reach out around and test you again and see if you are still like going to accept breadcrumbs. That's all I see. Clickbait. They're going to see if you're clicking. They're going to see if you're going to take the bait, basically, with the clickbait card. They're going to see if you, like, they might come up with something really crazy and be like, oh my God, this happened to me. And they might be trying to reach out to you for sympathy. But at the end of the day, you're not trying to allow them to do that, because if you do, then you're playing back in that same cycle. And that's why you need to do some real soul searching and break that soul contract, because like I said, you're going to keep playing this record over and over, and it's already broken. happen. Let me read this card for you. Separation at the bottom of the deck. I'm just saying. And it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon and it's already there. So that's just more clarity that that was meant to happen. Okay. And I don't think you really got to know each other very well because, like I said, there was this physical attraction. I think you were very hasty in being very intimate with this person. And again, this was a fated event and they were a karmic partner, which just means that they're here for a good time and not a long time. And you just need to understand that. And you need to ask people more questions because you did attract them in based off of the fact that you weren't enjoying yourself and you were basing off of your past hurt. Spirit, what more messages do you have for Jay? Okay. Yep. Deception. You got two different decks. Same message that there was a lot of deception in this relationship or situationship, we'll call it. And I feel like there might have been a third party situation happening, which just means that she was wearing a mask and she wasn't fully invested like you thought she was. Oop, there we go. Oop. Let's see what the card says. Yep. They were flirting with you when you were loving on them. So they weren't matching your energy. Like they just weren't matching your energy and things. You should have kept things more lighthearted, but y'all got really serious very fast. And you moved things, you just moved things too fast. You were just too hasty and pulling up with the Knight of Wands energy. Right. And then you had unrealistic plans with this person. And you were, like I said, you didn't vet this person out. So again, you're on your own right now, but let me see what your life purpose reading is. Thank you, Jean. You'll be on the list. You'll be we're getting to you. One more message for Jay, Spirit. Life purpose. What should Jay be focused on? What should Jay be focused on? What is Jay's life purpose or a purpose right now? Got one card. Okay. So Jay, for you, justice, Libra energy. You could need to, I don't know if this person was a Libra, but I think it's time for you now to typically, like we always tell people to pour into themselves, but I don't think that's necessarily your reading. I feel like it's time for you to pour into people that actually are really going to appreciate you and appreciate what you do. So I think you need to be selfless in the fact that it's time for you to do maybe some type of community service or be an advocate for other people if you're not already doing that in your professional life. This could be like being a lawyer, being a paralegal, this could be like volunteering. There's something that you need. Oh, Libra rising. There you go. So there's something that you could be doing that's going to fulfill you more and fill the void that this person left in you so that you don't have to keep going back because this person's going to boomerang. This person is going to try to come back around. I'm just telling you that. Okay. But you need to tell them that that door is closed, locked, and we threw away the key so that they don't feel like that they still have you and that you reclaim your power. Okay. So also too, it's really important for you to take care of your nutrition and the foods that you eat. I would love for you to eat more high vibrational foods, maybe lay off the proteins and the meats right now. I'm not the proteins per se, but like maybe meats and maybe eat more like, you know, plant-based foods. Eat more stuff that is high vibrational. A lot of people say they're vegan or vegetarian, but they just eat a lot of junk food. So I think it's time for you to really focus on what you eat, and even to maybe if you fast for a day, that may help with giving you some clarity. Okay, so that's what I'm going to subscribe for you or prescribe for you. If you accept your message, please write accept. All right. All right. Positive vibes. Are you on here still? And then Kashina is next. And then after Kashina, it'll be, is it Jeanette? And Jeanette is, yes, positive vibes. You'll be next. Thank you for accepting your message. All right, Jeanette, leave me your zodiac sign and where you're watching from. Okay. And then positive vibes, you are next. Let me reset the deck. Just give me a second. Thank you so much for everyone that is subscribing. I don't see that all you guys have liked the video, so I need you guys to like the video as well. Like the video and make sure you have subscribed. I know there's a way I can look all this stuff up. Oh, here we go. Boom. Okay. Okay. Thank you for everyone that's liking the video. Appreciate you. All right. Perfect. All right. Positive vibes. What's your real name though? I don't think I got your real name. I need your real name. I'm not gonna call you positive vibes. I see that you like and subscribe. Thank you. But give me your real name because I ain't gonna call you positive vibes. Sana. I love it. Okay, Spirit, go ahead and tap that screen for me. Spirit, we got a Scorpio in the house. Woo. We got a Scorpio from Pakistan in the house. Sana. It's a Scorpio from Pakistan. Spirit, what messages do you have? What messages do you have for the Scorpio? What messages do you have for the Scorpio, Sana? Thank you for any messages you have for Sana. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. I knew you were going to ask about a husband. Good God. Okay. I see it on here too. Okay. Let me get more guidance. Ooh, Sana, 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 Sana. Okay. There we go. Okay. I got two maybes. You said, can you read me about my future husband for me, please? I am single and I'm a Scorpio. Okay. You got two maybes. And I think you got two maybes because I think the way that you think you're supposed to get your future person is outdated. I think the way you're attracting in your future partner is outdated. Okay. You have the Hierophant energy, and then you also have um the Two of Pentacle, but it's in reverse. So it just means that you're imbalanced in the way that you're thinking about things. You could be very disorganized because even when I was shuffling the cards, like the cards were kind of like going all over the place. And I really wanted to tell you, like, your energy is kind of scattered. And I don't know if you're like grounded because you're a lot of water, and this Cancer sign energy as well, because we're in Cancer season, is really got you in your emotions. And you could just be vibrating this energy of lack, right? So when you're asking the universe when, instead of saying telling the universe thank you for what I do have. And you're not really like fully grateful because you're so hyper focused about the future that you're disorganized, and you're missing present opportunities because you're trying to jump the gun, and you're looking for a husband instead of instead of trying to meet a friend. You need to start there first, because it doesn't just go from hi to let's get married. It goes hi, what's your name, where you from, like let somebody date you. Okay, so I feel like you're trying to jump too fast into into wanting to know who a husband is, when you really want to know who when am I going to meet my best friend. I think that would be a better thing for you to be asking, instead of trying to ask for a husband, because it's just like whatever the way that you've been thinking, the way you were raised about relationships, is it doesn't serve you. And granted, you may come from a certain culture where things are set a certain way, but that's not what's meant for you. You're here to break a cycle. You're here to do things differently with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So let me do this, okay? But I do want you to stay optimistic about your love life, right? Because you need to be positive. But saying when is not really positive. I'd rather say thank you, universe, for bringing new opportunities to meet people that can give me unconditional love. Like, I just feel like the way you're like vibrating out to the universe is just not giving you what you want, and you're going to get more of what you don't want. Okay, that was a message. Okay, there we go. That card jumped out. Free yourself. Again, you're freeing yourself from old cycles. Again, these are old beliefs as well. It says it's time to take control of your life. So if you're being forced to think that that is the way that you're supposed to have a relationship, I think it's time for you to break that cycle because that's not, again, that's not your programming. That's not your blueprint. Okay. Ooh, forgiving and learning too. And so past life, you're still healing on some situations. Now I'm about to be nosy and see what you're healing on because it's like you keep repeating this cycle, and I need to know what it is. What's your relationship with your father though? Because I feel like what is going on with this right here? Give me some clarity to this right here. Okay, boom. All right. So I feel like you had a father figure that was very stoic. Like maybe he wasn't very emotional. Maybe you needed that connection from him, and he did not give that to you. He might have had a very authoritative, logical way of handling your emotions. So you yourself you were not able to express yourself the way you wanted to. He might have been really good at giving you advice, but again, he was very detached, and I feel like you've been attracting people that are detached because they emulate the relationship that you had with your father. Okay. Let me know if I'm hitting a nail or if I'm off. Okay. But whew, I just feel like so if you've been if you have dated in the past, you've dated people that weren't very emotionally um intelligent. They're like very stoic, they're very cold, and you're like, whenever you get in a relationship, it still feels very empty and you feel like you're losing yourself or you don't get to know yourself because again, I feel like this is directly related to your relationship with your father. Okay. I'm not trying to spill all your tea, but it's like you want this 10 of cups. You want this happy ending, and I feel like you can have it and you will have it, but it's just not going to be the traditional way that everybody thinks you're supposed to have it, right? The 3 of wands, okay? So I do see things that are coming towards you, but it's not going to keep coming to you if you continue down the same cycle. And I feel like that's like like a homework that you need to work on as far as like how am I going to like break the cycle and how am I going to be different? Because you keep getting a whole lot of love cards, you're getting a lot of relationship cards in, and I am getting yes, 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 but it's after a whole bunch of no's. I got two maybes, right? But if you break the cycle, you stay optimistic, you forgive your father, and learn that because your father treated you a certain way does not mean that's what you want to attract in, and you hold space for who you were and how that treated you and how that made you feel, you get a yes, a yes, a yes, and a yes. So I really feel there is a preponderance of you getting what you want and getting what you truly desire, but it cannot come through lack. It can't go through win, win, win. It has to be thank you universe for my best for introducing me to my best friend, and let that person be your friend first before you even want to call them your husband. I don't know if this is a cultural thing that you're breaking, but and it just might be. Any more messages? Sana, go ahead and dialogue with me and let me know. Okay, boom. What do we got? See, commitment issues. Woo, that's all I'm saying. So there's just whenever you get with people, again, there's that people just are surface level with you and no one's deep with you because you're looking at them for a title instead of like for what they can do for you. Okay, a husband is just a husband. That doesn't mean that they're going to love you. That doesn't mean they're going to respect you. That doesn't mean that they're going to protect you or provide for you. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just a title. So I feel like this is you, again, needing to free yourself from the old programming, especially if it was the way that you think that you're supposed to get married with the Hierophant card. This is typically about marriage and commitment because everyone that you're going to meet is going to give you commitment issues because you have your own commitment issues as well. Okay. One more message for Sana. Yep. And people are two-faced towards you. And they're only focused on their money. They're not really focused on a relationship right now. And I think that's just because your dad was the same way, or you had a father figure that was in your life and he was really just focused on his money. And again, he was very stoic. He didn't really show you a lot of emotion, or he didn't really respect the fact that you were an emotional being. So you probably did not get to express yourself the way you wanted to. But again, just stay positive about your future and your romance, because I do see things coming in for you. But if you continue down the same cycle that you've been doing, then you're going to miss your blessing. Okay. If you accept your message, please write accept. All right. All right. So we have Kashina and then Jeanette. I hope I said that properly. Let me reset the deck. Kashina, are you still here? All right. All right. There might be a little delay, y'all, but just dialogue with me. I love when you guys dialogue with me. Okay. All right, Miss Kashina, are you still here? I have Kashina and then Jeanette will be next. If anybody else has just joined, make sure that you like and subscribe. I'll put you on the list and then you'll tell me your zodiac sign and where you're watching from. And then Jeanette, let me see. You are watching from Jeanette. I don't have where you're watching from and I don't have your zodiac. Give me those two things and then I'll put you on my list. All right, Kashina, you here? Are Jeanette and Kashina here still? Yay! Okay, I see you now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know there's a little bit of a delay on here. I know, I know. I'm trying to figure things out. Okay, there we go. Kashina, make sure that you're tapping on the screen for me. Spirit, what messages do you have for Miss Kashina? Kashina is a Cancer, cusp of a Leo from Georgia. What do we have for Kashina? Spirit, what messages do you have for Kashina? Make sure you tap that screen. It strengthens the connection. Spirit, what messages do you have for Kashina? Kashina is a Cancer sign from Georgia. What messages do you have for me? Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit. What messages do you have for Kashina? What message do you have for her? Okay. All right. Mm, okay. Okay. All right, Kashina. Okay. So let me see here. Because you're Cancer sign energy. There was somebody in the past that may have stolen. Whew, okay, this is a lot. This is dealing with a relationship for sure, but it does also deal with money. So in the past, I feel like you were someone was masquerading as a friend towards you, and this could be someone that you thought you knew for a long time. I'm seeing Leo energy, I'm seeing Aquarius energy, and I'm also seeing Sagittarius energy. But that also could mean that it was between November, December, or it could have been during January, February. It might have been during a winter time, winter time. But what I'm hearing is that there was a clashing of perspectives. It could have been the way people wanted to spend money. but there was a lot of deceit and lies between you and a friend. This doesn't have to be a relationship. It could just even have been a friend. This person may have taken something from you physically as well, and it caused a lot of drama and negative energy and made you feel really imbalanced. Okay, I see Earth, air, a lot of earth and air in the chart. So it could have been an earth or air sign as well. Let me see here, Spirit. What else do we have? Why all these cards? And it's in the reverse. So it made you feel really imbalanced, right? And it could have been where you like it kind of could have it could have affected your money as well. Okay. Scorpio energy showing up as well. But I feel like you were dreaming about some type of future with this person, or dreaming about you had dreams or aspirations and plans with this person, and the opportunities kind of like died. Like there was just it didn't go anywhere. And it could have been because this person had a lot of other options as well, and they didn't prioritize you in the relationship or friendship. Okay. Make sure you're dialoguing with me so I know. Um, but also too, when people don't make you a priority, it makes you kind of feel like your self-esteem is kind of like a little lower, because you you were for a while, you were, oh, spirit, what is it? What is it? What is it? You were identifying yourself by how this person treated you, is what I'm hearing. Okay. But I'm hearing that someone, they might have held something from you, whether they knew something and they didn't tell you about it, because I see a lot of deceit in the I see a lot of deceit, but I also see too that it was something financial. So it's kind of like someone, like they withhold something, and it starts to impact you negatively because they didn't tell you the whole truth. Okay. And it could have been because they were greedy, or that they were just hoarding something, but it made things really imbalanced and really threw you off. Okay. Also, too, maybe it was some money that you invested in, or you were going to invest in some type of dream or some goal that you had, and that money, or that energy, or that time, that whatever you had for that is no longer. Okay. So clarify this. It's a lot, girl. Okay. I'm gonna get more deeper. Yep. Okay, so it was betrayal too. Um, you could have been when I see the Three of Swords energy showing up, it lets me know that it could have been a third party situation where maybe you were cheated on, or somebody cheated you out of something. Okay. Make sure you're dialoguing with me and letting me know. I know there's a little bit of a delay in the video, but there was some heartbreak, some sadness, some grief, some sorrow, some confusion. It left you imbalanced. You might have even got sick dealing with the situation. It might have been something that was like made you so sick to your, like to your soul, to your stomach, you know? Okay, boom. So now, and then you put the yeah, problems, beating a dead horse, ongoing battle, weariness. It was a lot. All these cards right here are really like, wow, you went through something. It's like you almost went through like a dark night of the soul type energy. Okay, like whatever this was, it was a lot. And it might have been what triggered your spiritual awakening as well. It might have been something that like up leveled you, as far as like, damn, you were somewhere so dark, so profoundly alone, because of all the hurt, the pain, the sorrow that you went through. But I have this card. I mean, if you see that, and then you see this card here, as far as like the Seven of Wands, it was like, no, like you like, and spirit was trying to tell you like, no, 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 but you were still kind of trying to push through, and give this person the benefit of the doubt. You kept thinking that this person was going to like change. Okay. You kept trying to pour in good for over bad. Um, it was very reckless, a lot of discord, And I mean, you kept trying. You were persevere. You were trying to really persevere, and you kept trying to like again beat a dead horse with the situation. Okay, is what I'm getting. And she said yes, a lot of hot mess. I see that. Now, I don't know if you see this, but this is the typically the third party situation, which just means that someone was unfaithful. Someone just wasn't giving you the loyalty that you deserve. They were they betrayed you. Um and there could have been some ill will at the end of the day over the situation. Okay, so that's where we've been. Okay. Codependency. So you could have been codependent on the person as well, which just means that you had an unhealthy attachment towards them. And there could have been some type of addiction that you had. Maybe it could have been the addiction to trying to fix the situation because you kept trying to like, damn, like, I know that this can do better. But now you're looking in hindsight and seeing that you did have your own addictions to it. Maybe you understand that you had a codependency to the situation, right? And now you need to love yourself first because you weren't doing that before. Spirit, come on, give me some messages for Kashina. Okay, there we go. Yep. So someone, like I said, was not working on the partnership. It was very imbalanced because you have the temperance card in the reverse. Okay. And it's like you were loving blindly. You didn't have your eyes wide open about the situation. You were trying so hard have a blind eye to what was really going on. So you might have been ignoring a lot of red flags because there's so many cards over here in the deck that is like, dang. But it's like you had a past life relationship with this person. It's like you like again with that codependency, it's like that addiction. It was like something clicked inside of you and you were like, yes, like yes, I know you. And so you just gave them the benefit of the doubt and you let this person in. But now there's some separation, needing to free yourself. And then you, again, paying attention to the red flags. So let me read about like what's next for you. Okay, Miss Kashina. Let me see what's next. I have another deck for you that has a message. Mm, where are you? Okay, here it is. There's another deck that wants to speak to you too. Oh, here it is. So, Kashina, I don't know if you believe in twin flames or not, but let me pull about some energy about like what's up because I don't know, yes or no, if you believe in twin flames or soulmates. Let me see here for you. Spirit. Oop, yep. What messages do you have for Kashina about this person, this past relationship? What messages do you have for Kashina about this past relationship? What messages do you have for Christina about this past relationship? Cancer, Leo energy, and from Georgia. What messages do you have? What messages do you have? Okay. Yeah. I do see that there is something moving towards you though. But you're going to be creating new healthier habits. You do there is a potential of a new union. I do see that for you. But it is going to come through you nourishing yourself and eating healthier. I think there is going to be someone that has that mutual respect for you because I feel like you're on the other side of this spectrum because you have like a lot of beautiful cards coming for you now, right? And you have weathered storms. You have weathered storms. Okay. And now, like I said, if you believe in spiritual twin flames, there is a match, there is something that's igniting for you, and then you will be securely attached. So you went from being codependent and now you are going to be moving into the energy of securely attached. Okay, because every card is like a happy card. Okay, so there is someone that is going to come towards you. They will have mutual growth. You have weathered the storms. It's like it could be another one of your twin flames because you have the spiritual match card. But let me see about this true love though. And this might actually be the relationship that, it comes later in life, but it could just be a life partner that's coming for you. Spiritual maturity, spiritual maturity. So we have mutual growth and spiritual maturity. Okay. So let me see what other messages I have for Kashina. What is coming up next? I feel like you've been doing the work. I know you've been speaking more of your truth on your YouTube channel, and I think that's a great way to purge any energy that you've had like stuck in the past about how you feel and how you identified with your past. And I think by you speaking your truth, you're also being able to purge, but also allow other people to relate to you because you feel like you're not alone in doing so. What messages do you have for Kashina? She's a Cancer side from Georgia. Spirit, what messages do you have for Kashina? She is a Oh, okay, we'll take that. What other card do we have? Rainbow Reviver. Like I said, I see a lot of beautiful colors in your reading, but this is only after you really just play, enjoy being alone, or not even just alone, but just you. You are 100% yourself. And I feel like this is because today's like the 26th, and I already feel like 2 days ago, this was already kind of like it was written. So it's kind of like I don't want you to doubt and be like, oh, no, that's not going to happen, or oh, no. Because it's already written, like it's already still coming for you. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. I don't want you to block it because this could be a really like a true friendship. Uh-huh. And I have the life purpose card for you as well, but it's only because you are still speaking your truth, that this person is, and you're like you're not blocking your own heart, so this person like is attracted to this new version of you, right? Okay, what other message do you have? Any other messages, Spirit, for Kashina? Any message? These are new decks, so oh, okay, boom. Yeah, because in the past, you were attracting a distorted masculine, but this could also be the energy that you have healed on as well for yourself. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine energy. So to me, this is saying, hey, I have worked on the distorted masculine energy within myself. Okay. And that also too means that I'm not materialistic anymore. I'm not worried about the like per se, like I don't value or I don't relate my value to how much money's in my bank account. You know, if you had any past where you felt guilty about things, you're healing on that as well. And when you do that, you attract a healthier, compatible person into your life. Okay, that actually has that same mutual growth that you have, because it's like you're growing out like a rose out of concrete. So it's like you're going to beat the odds. So this is something that is definitely, like I said, in the it's in the book for you. It's like your book of life. I don't know if you like to write and journal. Ooh, see, looky. Okay, it's coming, sis. I hope that you're like excited about this. I hope this is what you've been wanting. Even if you didn't even want to ask the question, I feel like Spirit really wants you to know that you are meant to have a soulmate in this life, someone that actually nurtures you, takes care of you, protects you, provides for you, pleasures you, because there's the intimacy card as well, and that you have done the work, and you have to heal both your masculine and your feminine energy for this person to actually be wanting to come towards you. But I see it, sis. I kind of want to ask, and look, this is because you're showing up now as the divine feminine. Okay, so let me do this because I kind of want to know. I'm a little nosy. Let me see here. Let me get a time frame of when we think that this is going to just give us any sign of when we can see this type of energy, Spirit, because it's already happening, but we want to know in the physical form, when is it going to take place? So let's do this. When can we get any insight as to a timeline so that Kashina can stay on or get on that timeline? Because you have to watch in this card, and I feel like you've jumped timelines. Like you might have like took some time out for yourself, and then when you came back out to civilization and you started kind of doing your thing, you're like, wow, I really jumped timelines. And I feel like you're jumping on the timeline where you're going to meet timelines with this person, and we just kind of want to see in the 3D, 5D, what does that timeline look like? Spirit, give us any messages about the timeline. Okay, there we go. Boom. Moon, full moon energy, moon card energy. Also, Pisces energy. Okay, so you could be attracting a Pisces because you are a Cancer sign. So you could be so see when the next Pisces moon, it could be a new moon or it could be a full moon. But see when the next Pisces new moon is. It could be a new moon or a full moon. See when that is going to be, and that could probably give you like a time frame as to when you think that this person, because you have the world card, the justice card. Oh baby, he showed up as king of pentacles. King of pentacles energy is coming up, and you got three yeses. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, so there is a king of pentacles, success, karmic justice finally happening for you. And he's mature, he's grounded, he's successful. I see a lot of success in your cards. He's thriving, he's an entrepreneur, he's someone that, is, he does care about his finances. This could be a new soul contract that you're, creating and writing, if you believe in writing and journaling on, what hasn't happened, but what you would like to happen. I do see that there's going to be some achievement and some fulfillment in doing so, and there's emotional health and emotion and physical health healing that's happening for you, but, yes, gifts, charity. With the Six of Pentacles energy, I also feel like, and that's another yes, you keep getting a lot of yeses. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone wanted to, like, again, put a ring on it. I'm just saying. And again, securely attached. But that comes with your healthy habits because you have weathered storms. And again, there's a lot of mutual growth. So the growth that you're doing is being reflected. And that also, too, is going to show up in him as well. All right. If you accept your message, wedding bells, I'm just playing. Please write accept. But this is the bell of luck, though. I'm just saying. Okay. Yay, y'all. I'm just saying, sis. I'm just saying. Like, I can't the cards. Like, you got all these, you like got all rainbow cards. You didn't get anything toxic. So I feel like the toxic energy, like you needed to go through that because you needed to know how to love and appreciate the right relationship. And you might have had a distorted masculine that you was dealing with in the past, but I see a lot of intimacy, sis. I see brrr. Also too, spirit says just be comfortable with your body, love all of you, naked, clothes on, clothes off, like love yourself, like continue to, like, again, mirror magic, I've talked about that before. Just really step into that mirror magic, just like love yourself, girl, because whoever's coming for you, baby, they love you as you are right now today. Okay, thank you for accepting your message. But this is, again, like it's reciprocity. This is someone that's like really going to, like, give you. They're going to give you what you give yourself. Okay. All right. Let's see. Jeanette. Jeanette, are you here still? Let's see who else is still on here. If you guys are on here and you would like a reading, please make sure you subscribe, like the video, and give me your zodiac sign and where you're watching from, and I'll put you on my list. She said, I love that. Nice. Okay. Yeah, things were a hot mess before. I see that, sis. I see that. But you've gotten through it. You've gotten through it. And it's like also too, like, the other person was just very manipulative. And I feel like you're not in that energy anymore. Sometimes, like, and But it is coming for you, says. It is coming for you. He's looking for you. He's looking for you. He's looking for you. It's not all the time I give a reading where it's like, oh yeah, he was. Oh yeah. Yeah, you was with the manipulator. It's okay. It's okay. We've all been there and done that, right? And got a story about it. Amazed that you could see it that well. Absolutely. But like I said, you did your time. You did your time. You, you accepted your punishment. You accepted the fact that you needed to learn the lessons. Now you welcome the blessings, is what they're saying, right? The Tower Mermaid. Was he a fire sign? Was you with the fire sign before? Either you was with the fire sign or he had a lot of fire in his chart, right? Beyond the time. Yeah, because I keep getting a tower moment and it's like a lot of fire, right? Oh, he was a Cancer sign also. But that was probably he just says sun sign. I would check their rising. So okay, so spirit will also want you to know, like, really dig deep into people like Cancer sign energy, the sun sign. I know I asked for sun sign energy, and that's only because people don't know their moon and their rising. But really start to ask people, like, well, when you start vetting them out, there's levels to this. Like, you want to know like their moon, their rising, because that's really what people are here to learn. And you kind of want to have life purpose. You want to have with that mutual respect card or mutual growth. You kind of want somebody that's like got some of the same morals and got some of the similar life path goals as you, right? So let's just say you have someone and their rising sign is, you know, Sagittarius, okay? That means that they're here to build businesses, they're here to expand, they're here to take risks. And you got to decide if your rising sign is compatible with them, because that's really where the life journey is hidden in plain sight. A lot of people don't know their rising signs, and the more you know about yourself and you know what your ascending sign is about, the more you can be like, okay, this is where I'm at and where I'm going. Do you resonate with that? Where are you at? Where are you going? I wouldn't even tell them, oh, where I'm at or where I'm going. I would just ask for the facts first. Like, I need your natal chart. Okay. Because the Cancer sign energy is just the mask that you put on. Because you keep getting a lot of fire. So I feel like there's a lot of fire. Hmm. I feel like there's a lot of fire in the men. Very true. I haven't even considered any of that. Yes. So it's like I said, it's really important that like dig deeper into people. Don't bet off of people's sun sign is kind of superficial. It's superficial stuff. Um, we want to dig deeper. We want to know, we want the onion, but we don't want that first skin of an onion. That's the one that gets thrown away. It's the thinnest, it's not even the core of a person. So you want to dig way deeper. You want to cut inside and see, like, is this really a good onion or not? So I feel like there has to be, like levels of emotions as well too, right? Onion makes you cry. So you just want to be able to experience different emotions with people as well, because then you get to see, like, how are they really at the end of the day, how do they handle conflict, how do they handle their stresses and things of the sort. So that's why getting to know people's rising signs and their moon signs are really important. I'm a Gemini rising, and when I learned about my Gemini rising and how it's all about, I think a lot and I have to stop overthinking and doubting, that was part of my life purpose. So um trying to alchemize the aspects of being a Gemini and taking the negative and alchemizing it into something positive is being more sure of myself, not doubting myself, being confident. And then when I didn't know my Gemini rising sign, I attracted people that questioned me, triggered me, left me confused. You know what I'm saying? So once I figured out, "Oh, okay, I need to be with people that, like, continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. Because like I said, you have that codependency card over there too. So you definitely want to attract somebody in that is nurturing. But knowing your rising sign will be keys to certain portals. Okay. So that was it for you. I'm glad that that resonate with you. Okay. So anybody that just joined, if you would like and subscribe to my video, I'll put you on the list. You can get a reading. And then I just need to know your zodiac sign and where you're watching from. Okay. And while I'm doing that, because you keep getting the watch, girl, I keep seeing watches in your reading. Um, Anybody want a reading? Let me know. Just make sure that you like the video and subscribe, and then I will put you on the list. And I'm gonna only read for a little bit more because I've already been on here almost over an hour. This is the second or third time I've been live. We won't talk about that. But anyway, yes. And thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me. And I really appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing your journey. And I look forward to when you meet this person, this new friend, this new um companion. But yeah, make sure you check the Pisces. It's either a new moon or a full moon. Check and see when, because those are really powerful times. And I know we already had a Pisces full moon, so it might be a Pisces new moon that you'll be seeing when that happens. Okay. She said, "Thank you. I appreciate you." Okay, so anybody else want a reading? Otherwise, I'm going to do a collective reading, and it may resonate. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? This could be sun, moon, rising energy. What are we pulling into? What do we have? Today is Friday. Let's just get us a message for Saturday and Sunday for the collective. Spirit, what messages do we have for Saturday and Sunday for the collective? What messages? Okay. Boom. Hey, money. Okay. All right. So I do feel like this weekend is about to bring about some type of liberation. And how funny that we're going to be moving into July 4th, which is about independence for some people, right? But I feel like there's going to be a call for liberation. This is going to be for a call for people to really decide, how do I want to create new wealth codes? How do I want to create an inheritance? You could be getting downloads about clarity as to how you should move forward financially, especially if you're wanting to emancipate yourself from corporate world or corporate America, and you're wanting to be an entrepreneur. This is also to long-term success. So people are going to be getting downloads as to how they can create long-term success. You may have a slight idea, but don't put it off and don't play it like small. Take the next step when you do get that inkling or that intuition about something, because this could also be breaking generational poverty and lack, because a lot of people are, again, with the way that the frequency of the universe is going right now, people are really questioning the old cycles and their old beliefs, and they're asking questions and they want answers. So I really feel like this weekend we're going to be getting some type of offer. Some of you guys could be getting work offers or offers to partner, or to, again, just attract some type of abundance in here. This would also too, some of you guys need to start thinking about retirement. How do you want to retire? What do you want to feel like with the Ace of Wands? And then you're going to be taking physical action. Okay, physical action. And then I also got the one, which is magician. So this means that you are creating something. Some of you guys that are watching my videos are creators, and there is a call to action that is going to be happening, because there is a new chapter that is starting, because you have culmination and enthusiasm. So whatever is going to come to you this weekend, could come through a download, because we are moving into the full moon energy, which is very powerful. And it's actually a full moon in Capricorn, which deals with time and money. So there could be some wealth codes, some wealth downloads coming through, and this could also, again, show you how to be affluent, how to be successful, how to, again, be liberated, how to be empowered in your future. So a lot of you guys may want to sit with this full moon energy and really just think about, what does your 5-year plan look like? What does your 1-year plan look like? Maybe you're not someone that thinks that far ahead, and who wants to wait 5 years to manifest something really big in your life? Maybe plan a 1-year goal. Like, my goal is, I eventually want to have, I don't even want to say eventually, because I kind of get scared when I say it, but I want my next property, my next home, to have a pool. I don't want to go to a public pool anymore. I want to have my own pool. And I haven't been going swimming because I don't want to swim with everybody else. I want to have my own pool. So I have been manifesting something that makes me almost scared to think about. But I had to walk through that fear. I have to walk through it because it's just an illusion of something appearing real, but it's really not. Because you're having the 10 of Pentacles, but then you also too have this 9 of Swords in the reverse. Excuse me, 8 of Swords. So this 8 of Swords in the reverse, if you look at her closely, look at this person. Okay. She's like, "Oh no, I don't," she sees all these swords around her, right? And she's like, "Woe is me." But look, is she really bound up, or is this something self-sabotaging? Is this something that she is self-imposing? This person is self-imposing their own fear. The universe is not doing it to them. They're doing it to themselves. They're feeling trapped when they're really not. So, but the card is in the reverse, which means that there is this liberation, there is this freedom. A lot of you guys will be feeling free to just go frolic with the birds or with the animals or with nature this weekend. And if you feel that way, you should. But there is going to be some downloads. And I feel like this is not just for one person, but this is collectively. But again, if you guys are doom scrolling, if you're you know, wasting your own time, you're going to waste the blessing. The blessing will go to someone else because someone else, people are getting rich every day. Millionaires are being created every day. And you have to think that that can be you. Okay. There's good news coming as well. It could be about something that you've been wanting to manifest. It could also be something about a goal. Or again, I'm looking at retirement. Okay. Someone is thinking about retirement, and it's not even thinking like, how do I get to retirement? It's what do I want to be doing when I'm retired? What does that feel like to me? And once you imbue that energy, everything else will align and the moving parts will happen. Okay. 2 of Cups, relationships as well. So there is a partnership. There are connections coming towards you. There's compatibility. There's mutual respect. There's a lot of balance. Okay. But again, do not just misplace and misuse your energy. And then you got the Knight of Pentacles energy. So Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving cards in the deck. Let me tell you about this, but it's a definite yes. And I have 5 cards and they're all yes, 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 yes. Okay. So some of you guys, though, you get yeses, but your body still makes you do nos. Okay. So stop it. Persevere, because there is unexpected sources of money or income. It's coming. And it says someone who perseveres to reach a goal. So set some goals, people. And it doesn't matter. You don't necessarily have to set a timeline. But if you want to be Capricorny about it, because Capricorns can be very A type, you want to set a goal and say, okay, in 3 months, I want to have this much money in my bank account, right? Or in this month, or in 6 months, I want to be able to have my credit score or be pre-approved for this, or I want to be look shopping for a new car. And even though you set that goal for 6 months, you're actually still doing the stuff today, not waiting 6 months to do it. So hypothetically, let's say you want to, like for me, look, I'm going to even snatch my own edges right now. If I want to have this house that I'm talking about that has a pool, what do I need to be doing now? I need to be house hunting. I don't wait to have the money to house hunt. That's not how this works. That's not how the magician works. That's not how the magician works, because then they wouldn't be the magician. They'd be like a CEO, or they'd be, I don't know, but they wouldn't be the magician, okay? So I would start looking now for houses. I would start to let my subconscious say, I like that house. I like that pool. I want a saltwater pool. I want my pool to look like this. And I want my front house to look like this. I want my kitchen to look like this. So I would start creating those in my mind because my mind doesn't know real from fake. It's my ego that gets in the way and tells me that I can't have something. It comes up with excuses. And right now, if the download comes in, I need to accept it with a yes. I have all these yeses, as above, so below. So if I'm abundant above, I should be abundant below, right? So right now, we have to really work with this energy. We have to work with it, not against it. Do the path of least resistance. Is it a lot of resistance to look for a house? No, it's probably more resistance to say I don't deserve it. Okay. 10 of Cups. This is the house, the home. This is the relationship. I see that people think that they can only have one thing. Like I can have the relationship, but I can't have the material home or the car or that. But this is the energy saying you can have it all. You can have the family, you can have the long-term relationship, you can have the bliss, you can have the abundance, you can have the children, you can have the relationship, you can have the healing, you can move forward. You could have the lovers. I'm just saying. But if you keep putting your own obstacles up in front of your way because you let your ego win, then you're gonna stay stuck in this third degree, third 3D dimension, excuse me. Okay. So that to me is like what we're going to be seeing this weekend. I feel like that's the weekend forecast. If you get the download and it tells you, hey, do this, do it. That's kind of how I ended up on YouTube. I was playing small and I was on Facebook for so long. And then I was like, I was monetizing on Facebook, but I was like, just in my comfort zone. And then I burnt myself out because I wasn't expanding enough. I was staying stuck. So the universe was like, you know what? You need to be on YouTube. Like, just do it. Who cares? It's not about the money. The money's always going to be there. Okay. Do it because you enjoy doing it. Do it because you love to do it because it's your passion. And I am. I'm just doing it because of that. Okay. So, um, yeah. Look, second chance, deja vu, wishful thinking. Okay. So keep wishing, keep this is definitely the time to do that. We have possibilities as well. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself. Wish and believe, but also dreams need action, right? Soulmates are coming in, twin flame friendships and romantic partners. So again, I don't see that. I feel like like love is in the air. There's a lot of beautiful possibilities, and it's not about just choosing one. It's saying I can have it all, right? I'm abundant. I'm not going to limit myself, right? I've learned lessons. Okay. And I'm going to recharge and clear your mind. So this could also just say this is an invite for you guys to get out. If you can get out towards water this weekend, that would be great as well. And just listen to the waves, listen to all the animals that are around the water as well. You could see your spirit animal when you're out this weekend, and really just be in nature. Be nature. You are nature, you know? Exchange your energy with nature this weekend. So, I feel like you guys will be called to do that. Spirit, any more messages for the collective? There we go. That card jumped out. Look, I keep getting the watch. But do not procrastinate, do not delay, and don't be too busy to get out in nature and do the things. I'm gonna when I get off this live, I know it's almost 10 o'clock at night. I'm gonna also get out of in nature and, just decompress and recharge myself because I've been in a car all day taking my son to his college orientation, which was 3 hours away from my home. Y'all, do you see this luxury life? That's all I'm saying is comfortable wealth, indulgence, enjoying rewards, and because I deserve it. Because I deserve it, right? Glow up. Get your glow up on. Maybe you go buy a new outfit this weekend, right? Ascension. Okay. Could be a wake up call. This is a wake up call for you to get your ascension. Spiritual growth, higher word, next level consciousness, elevating myself. With that magician, this is us a time for us to really do the stuff that we want to always do, but we do it from a place of ease and grace. Okay. All right. If anybody else, last call for readings. If you have not gotten a reading yet and you are on the live, you just need to like and subscribe to the video and I will get you on the list. But I love this. I'm going to be taking my own advice, me versus me. Me versus me. Self competition, personal growth, becoming better than yesterday, my only competition. So you are in your own way, people. Get out of your own way. I did a I'm going to tell you real quick. I'm so into vision boards. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm into vision boards, and I put a vision board and I put a Mercedes symbol on my vision board. I don't know, just a couple months ago. I know I did it this year. And weeks later, I got a vehicle. I got a luxury vehicle, and it has all the same bells and whistles of my Mercedes, but it's a Genesis. But if you look at it, you would think it's a Mercedes. Has everything I want. I used to drive a BMW, and I love luxury cars. And I just one day I was scrolling through Facebook and I found it, and my neighbor was selling their car, and I was like, I want this car, and it just happened. And I promise you, my car looks like a Mercedes. It's a Genesis, which is even nicer, right? And it's mine. So I just manifested it. And it's literally oracle cards. It's literally on my vision board right now. I can look at it right now. So create some type of vision board and just let universe play with the universe right now. Play with the universe, y'all. Let the universe show you how beautiful it is to collab with. Okay. Those are my cats. And if you accept the message, please write accept. I love that for y'all. I love that for y'all. It is time this weekend to really just get out here and enjoy yourselves. Get with nature. Tell nature what it is that you desire. Tell nature thank you for what is that is coming into your life that you haven't even got to witness yet, but you know it's coming. And exchange that energy with the universe. We have the door of spirit in reverse, but we do have the door of spirit. So I feel like you have to open the doors, open the windows this weekend, and tell spirit what it is that you are desiring, and really feel like you own it, like you deserve it, okay? Congrats. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm very happy with the vehicle. It's a beautiful car. It's only had one owner, so it's been taken care of, and I appreciate it. My neighbors were so sweet, and they literally live like right around the corner from me, and I just happened to it came out right on time. I got the Ascension car again, and I split the deck. What does that say? See what I'm saying? CEO energy. Taking control, natural leadership, confidence in business. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Let the universe know that you're the boss. Command what it is that you want. Get outside, even if it's raining, even if it's cloudy. Get outside this weekend. Did anybody else want a reading? I see that there's some people on the live. If you want one, this is your chance to see if we resonate with each other. You can like and share the video, or excuse me, like and subscribe to the video, and I'll put you on my list. And then I'm going to be getting off of here because I've only been on here almost 2 hours already. And I said I was not going to be on here for 4 hours today. But I love reading for you guys. So if you want a message, let me know. Let me see if I have any more cards. Let's see what else we have. Ooh. I'm gonna pull from my African Goddess deck. I love this deck, you guys. It's so beautiful. Speak your truth, right? Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? I'm going to pull from my African Goddess deck. One time, me and my sister did a reading with this deck, and she and I were getting like the same cards because and she lives in a different state, but we were doing these cards and we were getting like all the same readings, all this. It was the craziest synchronicities. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? What goddess can we tap into this weekend? What goddess can we tap into this weekend, Spirit? What goddess do we want to tap into this weekend, Spirit? Thank you so much, Brandon. Okay, we got two goddesses. Let's see who we got. Grounding, like I said, getting outside and grounding. We have Sachi. Salchi. And if you can tell, she's outside, like I said. Yes, you can get on the list. You have to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And then tell me your zodiac and where you're watching from, and I'll put you on the list, Tawan. So is it Tawanna? Okay. And then we have Live Out Loud. Look how beautiful this is. Live out loud. Live outside. Live out loud. Let me read a little bit message while she's doing that. Okay. So we have grounding. What does this mean, Spirit? This is one of the ancestors. She's from South Africa, and she says, you may know great ancestors, the great ancestress Sachi, and she's the woman forced to perform as the hot Venus. But before she was that, she was a girl in South Africa who deserved better. Protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is your own. And your truth and the story you are your own. Be rooted in your truth. And I remember I just told you I pulled the truth card. Create healthy boundaries. And then it says your energy is if your energy is unsteady, you need to breathe, you need to come present, and then you need to say out loud that I am here. Don't fall prey to trauma, stress, or overwhelm or anxiety. And it says when you feel rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. Meditation and breath work are grounding. Try earthing. We just talked about that. And it says connecting your feet to soil. Did we not just talk about that? And then free writing, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together are all grounding. Let me read that again. If you feel like you don't have your breath, or you feel like you're not rooted into this planet or this earth, you can try earthing, which means to connect your feet to the soil. You can do free writing, clapping, stomping, rubbing your hands together, and those are all forms of grounding. And then here's your declaration. I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. And you can type that in the comments. I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. And if you want to do mirror magic with this, you can. And it's I am firmly planted and I am deeply rooted. Okay. That is one message. We just said you got to get outside though. Okay. Tawanna, did you like? You have to like and subscribe to the video, and then I'll put you on the list. I see that you're a Virgo and you're from Georgia. Hey, another one from Georgia. Okay. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to read our next goddess that we can tap into. And she is also the element of water. So we have earth and water. And she has this energy of being free spirited. Okay. And it says to express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and your magic. We were just talking about the magician. Express your unit. Okay. And it says living out loud. Yes, thank you, Kashina. And it says living out loud and self-expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self-expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming your points of view. Introverts may speak out in other ways and save the latter parts of their personalities for loved ones. But it just says that you need to express yourself, and it doesn't matter if don't make everyone happy. It's okay. You're not meant to. And then you can also say for this declaration, I am free to express myself fully. Okay. And this is about living out loud. I am free to express myself fully. All right. And those are going to be our weekend goddesses that we're working with. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I love those. I love the affirmations in here as well. But one more time, I am free to express myself fully. And I think a lot of people, your root chakra may end up being really activated this weekend. And then you got the liberation card. Like, guys, literally, you're free. Let's be free this weekend. Let's enjoy ourselves. What if this is the last? We want to have fun like it's the only, you know? Okay. Now, um, Tawana, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here, Tawana. And let me read for you another Georgia. We got a Virgo from Georgia. Tawana. Spirit, what messages do you have for Tawana? Tawana is a Virgo from Georgia. Spirit, what message do you have for Tawana? Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, you need to make a decision about something. You might be feeling confused. What is she feeling confused about? Okay. Okay, mm, are you feeling confused about a relationship? Are you wanting to are you wanting some clarity about a relationship? Could be someone that you're with, right? Whether you're married or just in a union with someone. Yeah, because it's dealing with lovers. I see Gemini energy as well. Maybe you're not feeling sure about this person. Said yes. Okay, are you married? It's like you're married or you're like you're lovers. This is someone you're intimate with. This is got some very sexual energy to it. Okay. And you're wondering if this person's going to stay. It's like I don't know if this person's like my long term or my short term, right? Yeah. Um could be dealing with I see a lot of oh, I see your energy. I see Aries. I see Gemini. I see Aquarius. I see Scorpio. And I also see Taurus energy as well. I don't see your energy, so I know that this is probably the other person. She said no, but well, yeah, you've been dealing with someone for 10 years. Yeah, that's like a freaking marriage. It's like a union. It's like so okay, you've been dealing with this person. I can see that. It's a lover. There's some trust issues. You feeling left out. This person is making you feel left out in some way. They could be rude. Um, but it's like you're dealing with some heartache, even though you're with this person. And you feel like you have a blindfold on, but you need to remove the blindfold and see things for what they are. Could be feeling some loss too, right? Because it's dealing with disharmony and there's an imbalance between you and there's a disconnection between you and this person. There's like this person doesn't take accountability sometimes. What else do we have about this relationship? Got the Virgo, this Georgia. Okay. But I do feel like things are going to change. There are some things that are going to it's all well that ends all's well that ends well. All's well that's in well. Said correct. Okay. What do we have this? Baby girl, I think well, I'm not even gonna say I think. I'm gonna say I feel because you have oh, okay, so okay. So this is what I'm getting. You've been going along this for 10 years, right? You've been dealing with this situation for 10 years. And there was even a time that you guys thought about getting married, or maybe you thought you was gonna get married to this person, right? I don't even know if you might have even been engaged at one point or like taking things to the next level and you thought it was going to be an engagement that was going to be something permanent, but then there was this disharmony, there was an imbalance, someone there was a disunion, somebody wasn't being accountable for hurting you. So I feel like you're working on forgiveness with this person, right? And yes, you do need to work on forgiveness with this person, but you don't need to work on forgiveness while with this person, because you have this major arcana energy of the world card. Oh, it says correct. We were engaged at one point, but not anymore. I see that. So I do feel like you're gonna have a success, but I think the success comes after you move forward and you accept things as they are and you move forward. Okay. Because it's like you're rejoining the world. I feel like you've lost some of your identity. You've lost kind of who you were. You've lost your life purpose dealing with this situation. And I feel like this chapter needs to end because you do have the 21, which means it's the world card, which just means that it's the chapter, the book is done. It's not even a chapter, it's a book. The book is done, boo boo. We need to close the book. We need to close the book. We need to close the book, right? We need to close the book. Because it's like we keep reading the last page of the book, like it's not going to change. It's already been typed. You need to get a new book and start writing new stuff in it. But this one's already been done. This one's already been written. This book, you can't change the ending to this book. This book has already been published. This book has already been published. This book is like it's not going anywhere. Let me see who this person is. Can you tap the screen for me? When you tap the screen, it does help strengthen the connection between you and I. I'm about to be a little nosy. Okay. So when I see the Knight of Swords energy too, this person, it's like whoever this person is, whenever you guys have a conflict, this person runs. They have like fight or flight energy. They have flight energy. They run. They're just not accountable. And it's like you can't pin them down long enough to discuss the situation. So I feel like you've been like brushing stuff or sweeping stuff under the rug. Okay. Spirit, what messages do you have about this person with Tawanna? What message do you have with this person with Tawanna? Okay, boom. Yep, wrong reasons. So you guys were with each other for the wrong reasons. Okay. All right. And you're growing apart. I'm just saying, you're growing apart. You're not on the same page anymore. And maybe the healthiest thing is to stop pretending you are. Okay, don't let me snatch edges. You look for validation from this person. And the relationship just really isn't built on love anymore. Okay? When you have a lover's card in the reverse, it's not love, it's lust. It's addiction. It's attachment, right? And you used to be, you thought you were a match and you might have been a match before, but that match then blown out. Okay? That match then blown out. So I feel like there needs to be a new book, excuse me, not a new chapter, a new book. Okay. And I feel like you need to be the author. And I know, I think you need to be the author of this next book. I feel like you haven't been I don't think you've been doing main character energy. I feel like you've been doing like, you're an extra in this person's life, right? You're not the priority, you are an option. So I feel like you need to take on main character energy and really just write a new book. Like let it go. Infidelity. I'm just saying. So there might have been some infidelity as well. It says you shouldn't have to compete for love. I just said that. You're already committed to, no matter how sweet the apology, the trust has been irreversibly fractured. So again, this is you're staying with this person or trying to fix things with this person for the wrong reasons. And this person, she said every time. So, yep. And then there's some jealous control. You might have control issues right now. And there's also you might just be together. And then you got third party again. Oh my gosh. So there might have been some money problems as well. So you're just not on the same page. You're not on the same page about what you want to do with finances. You're not on the same page about investments. You're not on the same page anymore about a lot of things. Okay. And like I said, the relationship is just in the wrong place. And you see all these green cards, this is toxicity right here, right? There's a lot of toxicity and you're growing apart. And the world card lets us know that, yes, listen, girl, if you keep trying to keep this cycle going, something gonna happen, and because it's the universe says no, no, no. I don't have any yeses on your reading. Okay, I just want you to know this. I got a no, a no, maybe, maybe, yes, no. You don't have any for sure yeses. Okay, so you only get a yes when you decide to let go completely, and that's the only yes you got. So for me, you need to like done this whole situation. And I know that might be hard for you to, to even think about, but there might have been a third party situation. And I think sometimes when people find out someone cheats or or just not loyal, the common egotistic thing to do is to want to hold on to the person even tighter instead of just cutting the cord soon, right? You trying to like outdo yourself and reinvent yourself because you think, oh, well, this, if I can just do this, this person will, be attracted to me again. Or you're stop it. Stop it, Linda. Stop it. Listen, Linda. Listen. Okay. So let's get and see what needs to happen for you now. Because I have all these no's. And I feel like you've been hearing no and you know no, but you won't do no. Okay. So what is next for Tawanna? She's a Virgo in Georgia. What is next, Spirit? Listen, we don't. She wants to take the World card. She wants to take the World card advice. What could happen if she does the World card and if she gives us World card energy? Right. What's next? Boom. Okay. I got a yes, awakening. And this person could be in your life to you have renewal, composure, forgiveness. Mandatory choice that will change life for the better. You need to be the judge and choose better for yourself. Okay. You also have help. Definitely been feeling like I am just an option. Thank you so much for you're definitely on point with the situation. This situation ship. Absolutely. And I know there's a level of comfort with the person with the page of cups in the revert or in the page of cups, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. And this person keeps giving you breadcrumbs. This person keeps just giving you enough to hang on because they want to make sure again that they have you as an option. But I feel like you need to that have you heard that saying study long, study wrong? So it's like you've been studying this for too long. And it's like if you ain't learned a lesson yet, you're studying it wrong. You're not reading it right. Okay? So you might need some friends to help you. You might need to tighten up, strengthen up your support system because you need accountability, but it's not going to come from this. And look, now I have all three yeses. I have three yeses. So you didn't win from oh hell no. That to when you start writing a new book, you get all yeses. And I feel like abundance, all the thing, love is gonna come back. Love is about to come back in. And I wanna talk about this because I know you pay attention to the red flags. You are going to call in a real soulmate, though. You are about to call in a real soulmate. And the soulmate needs to be a friendship first, but you are about to call in a soulmate because you do have the Page of Cups. And this Page of Cups could be someone that you know from the past, like a high school sweetheart, college sweetheart, somebody else that's like, hey, and you run into this person because you're not so far up somebody else's ass anymore that you actually can see the roses and smell them, and you can be out and about and you can just be present because this person here you deserve love. You deserve love. It's like your angels. Look, let your friends help you. That's what I was trying to say. Let your friends. You need accountability, right? Because there is romantic feelings. Somebody feels a way about you, but you have codependency to people in your past, and you don't even. You're so codependent that you don't even see that what you could have. Might be time for you to wear some blue. I see you wearing some lighter colors. Like no, you don't. No, you don't. Shh. So I think blue would be a beautiful color on you right now, right? Because look, trust, blue and white. I think blue and white are going to be your colors this following week. Just wear some beautiful colors. I think blue and white look good on your skin. I don't even know what you look like, but spirit says so. But you have a lot of yeses coming in, but you still stuck on your nose. Okay. Let me see what else. I'm going to pull from the true love deck from you for you. I'm glad this is resonating for you. Bottom of the deck, worthiness. How do you look at yourself? Do you look at yourself and do you see beauty or do you see flaws? You know, if you see flaws, then you're attracting soulmates that see you as the same way. But once you resolving conflict. So I do see that there is some things that you guys have entangled with each other right now. So I think it's a time for you to send compassion to yourself first. You always put the mask on you. If you're on an airplane, you put the mask on yourself first. Send compassion to yourself first. Compassion to that person that you've been dealing with because they're stuck. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stay stuck. And I think you just need to move on because you do have a soulmate because you have the yin and yang and you have soulmate card coming out. So there's something better coming, sis. Once you heal on your feminine energy, I feel like your divine feminine energy could be like, you could be more in your masculine energy and you may not be as much in your feminine energy. So like rose quartz, some pink crystals that if you believe in crystals, those might be good for you to work with. Rose quartz is an amazing crystal. It's a slow acting crystal, so you do need to wear it for a long period of time, but it will work. And if you like to sleep with crystals or by your nightstand, that might be also an option for you. I hope this is resonating with you. Any messages? But you are maturing, okay? Because the relationship that you were in, you already spent 10 years in that relationship, and I'm sure you have matured, and but you haven't been able to see the growth that you've had because you're still trying to compare yourself and try to see yourself through a distorted, toxic relationship. And I think once you get around some new energy and you help your friends help you, they'll bounce back that new vibration that you're in. And then once you see that you can how you feel being in that new healthier environment, you're not going to want to go back to toxicity. But I feel like you kind of been isolating yourself as well, so you don't know where your growth is, but you learn about yourself through other people, but it's just like you haven't been around the right people. So I do again, yin and yang. I have yin and yang on my um vision board as well, but it's like I don't know if you're into journaling because you're a Virgo, but you should journal because the pencil to paper is like really one of your superpowers. And again, just like I was reading, that it's time to start a new chapter, you need to start being the author of it. And it's like I trust the next chapter because I know the author and you are the author. So I think this is a time for you to really create some new boundaries. And again, write a new book. Like you've been the extra inside character for so long. Like it's time for you to be main character and give off main character energy, okay? Yeah, but most of the cards are just saying like boo boo. That's not for you. It's like a pair of shoes that you've outgrown, but you keep trying to force yourself to wear them and your feet hurt. And they might be cute shoes and everything, but how do they make you feel? Right? Like, how do they make you feel? I just started journaling. Okay, see, there you go. Keep doing it. And you have to be consistent with it. And you just definitely need to recharge. But when you recharge, you do need to you need to take a break. And then once you take that break and recharge, you are going to come back stronger, right? But you just need to trust the signs. Trust your messenger. Hello. Trust the signs, right? Paying attention to the guidance. The universe has been speaking to you very clearly, but if you keep doubting it, then you're not going to know discernment, okay? You're going to allow people to keep playing you. And again, this person's only going to keep giving you broken promises and, disappointments and failed expectations, right? But you need to let them know that even though this you can tear this up. This is like that old book, the old chapter. Rip that up. That's not you anymore. The new you is unbreakable. The new you is unbreakable, okay? And you can endure the hardship, but it doesn't mean you have to continue to stay in the hardship. That's a choice. And I just feel like that's not the like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the right choice for you, okay? Divine timing though is in your favor, and I feel like you are where you need to be. You needed to hear this message today. Make sure that you hit that notification button so when I go live again, I'll read for you again after you've had made some progress. But please do not stay in this low vibrational relationship or situationship because why? It was toxic love. It was toxic. And it was pain disguised as passion. It was addictive pattern. And you also need to sit and recognize your own patterns as well. And you had that I can't live without you harmful attachment to this person. All right. But now I need you to set your goals on what you want to do in the future for yourself because you need long-term stability, but you also too need to do that on your own. Okay. Might be time for you to plan a vacation, right? Is I feel like it's time to plan a vacation because this person may have also ghosted you or maybe is hot and cold. And when they do, it's kind of like, hey, that's divine time. And that might be a message for you to be like, hey, you know what? That's divine time because they broke the relationship up, they left, and I'm just gonna accept that and I'm gonna celebrate that and I'm gonna go do something else that I want to do, right? Might also need to do some shadow work as well and understand why you keep attracting or keep attracting this cycle in your life and you know but keep journaling because when you keep journaling and then you just lay facts out, you'll read back on that journal and you'll be like, damn, who would do such a thing? Who would let somebody do that to them? And then you're gonna be like logical about it and be like, man, that was crazy. Like, why did I let somebody do this for me? And sometimes you just need to see where you've been to know where you need to go, you know? So I do feel like for you, it's going to happen for you, but you got to have that courage. You got to work on that shadow energy. Okay. And look, you could be an overnight success too. So, with that being said, maybe it's time for you to rise to unexpected breakthroughs, all eyes on you. This also could mean that you are going to be in it's like you're not dimming your light anymore. You're allowing people to give you attention. You're allowing attention to come from other people. You're not playing small anymore, right? And you're about to be booked and busy. So I don't know what type of work you do, but you're about to have success on the calendar. Again, like I said, that's why I said you should probably plan some type of vacation or some type of something big that you can do for yourself because um you're about to be booked and busy. You're about to be overnight success and things can happen literally that fast. Okay. Boom. And you're no longer the side piece. You're no longer the option. Okay. Let me see. One more card, Spirit. Boom. Yes. And you are still going to get triggered about this person. I understand that. But again, that's where the shadow work comes in is seeing why does this trigger me and what am I supposed to learn about this person triggering me? Okay. Because they may try to triangulate you or, sometimes people will do the craziest things when they think that you're about to glow up, right? Or that other people are going to see the value in you. They'll try to create some type of drama. It's kind of like our president, like they say like any attention is good attention. It doesn't matter if it's bad or good, it's still attention. So this person may try to do something to trigger you, but that's why I said you're working on your shadow energy and you're understanding and recognizing the pattern of how and why this has triggered you for so long. And then you know, it's going to help you move past this. It's going to help you not continue to accept this type of behavior from this person because you've been rewarding bad behavior for so long from this person that now they may try to do something crazy and they may want to let you think that they have somebody else or they may reveal something that's like triggering and it has something to do with another person, and they may do that because they think that's going to make you want to stay and compete, but it's not a competition if you're not involved in it. It's not a it's not a third party if I'm not partying, I'm not a part of the party. So, and they're fake. They're being fake. They may be trying to flex on Instagram, or they may be trying to show you that they've moved on, or they're doing so much better. But don't let that shit trigger you, okay? Because you're making money moves, and you're making money moves about your retirement and like what you want to do with all your money. Okay. So that is your message. And if you accept your message, I don't know if y'all can hear the bell, but please write accept. Focus on this. Focus on this. You're about to be an overnight success, though. What type of work do you do? I'm kind of curious. Yes. Okay, because it's like do people book you for something? Because it's like you have something is about to happen and breakthrough for you. Thank you for accepting your message. You about to be booked and busy though. I love this for you. This could be the start of something so much better. But again, if you're so far up somebody else's ass, you ain't even gonna see this coming. And that's how fast it can happen. I wonder if you have some Sagittarius in your chart, because usually this is giving me, I had a dream I won the lottery. Yep. Okay. So, oh, yeah, so you're a dispatcher, so you book people. You understand, like you book, like you got to go here and you got to go here. So I feel like you're going to be a lot busier, but because it's like call, like people are calling, you have to dispatch them places. I feel like it could just mean too that you're going to be a little bit more shifting your focus into work, but maybe I feel like there's something else that you should be doing. I'm going to do you one solid. I'm gonna pull you a life purpose card, because typically when I see this, I'm like, you, you may not know what your life purpose is. Let me pull a life purpose card for you real quick, okay? Like I said, books. You might even have, because you have Virgo energy, you have options, right? You, you know, have options, but don't be the option. Um, I feel like you might be an author if you've ever thought about writing a book. It could be a short story. It could be whatever you want it to be. But I feel like that's, like I said, a superpower for you is to write a book. I don't know if you've ever thought about. Ah, okay. Well, your glow up is about to happen, sis. I work from home, not making much. Okay. You're about to be booked and busy, but let's see what your life purpose is. You keep saying you have options. I don't want you to ever feel like you don't have options. You working from home and having that situation, that's an option. You have other options, okay? You keep getting books though. You might, this time might be some a way to write a book about your life, what you've been through, and how to help others, okay? Um, but I feel like you have a book in you, okay? Because it says like you need to trust the process. Spirit, what more message do you have for Tawana about her life purpose? Okay, music. Do you? So you could be right. You could be like a songwriter. That might be something that might be good for you, because you've experienced a lot of like pain and loss and suffering and just uncertainty. I feel like if you can put that into music, you might end up being like like a songwriter, a ghostwriter. You could do something like that where you can sell your music or sell your lyrics. And I don't know if you have family history with music, or if you've had family members um in your family that were musicians, but you might have that genetically where you're natural at playing an instrument. But you have options, you have options, you have options. That's all I see for you. Yeah, because I say family. So I feel like that might be some family gift that's been passed down to you, is that you played an instrument. Did you play an instrument before? Because you have the freedom to choose. So Again, you could either be a songwriter, you could be a book author. Um, I feel like those are two strong options for you though. She says she loves to sing, but never thought about writing music. And your dad was in a gospel group. See, I told you, but you have the freedom to choose. So I feel like sometimes when people like here, okay, here's the download. Sometimes when everything is taken away from you, sometimes it is so that you can focus on what really matters. Sometimes when people have this, that, and this to take care of, they're so hyper focused on trying to maintain and hold on to those things that they don't have the time to delve into their passion. So sometimes, like you said, like you were homeless for some months, and staying in a hotel. Those might have been the times that God wanted you to be in a quiet space or to be in stillness and not have a whole lot of responsibility, but only have the responsibility of writing and being creative because you want to transform that pain into your power. So I want you to take that time that you had, and just make the most of it because there's always a silver lining to why you're going through something that you may feel like you're suffering from. But a lot of people will not go and deal and not live out their life passions because they have so many fucking obligations to do, and they just put their passion on the back burner. So it might have been an opportunity and it might have gave you some freedom so that you didn't have to worry about all these other things to take care of so that you can primarily focus on your purpose and your dream because you do have freedom, and I think that's why things happened for you, but you need to have the strength. And you said you like to sing. That's why I said songwriting might be good for you. And then also too, you may end up being your own, you may sing your own songs, but I also see that you could probably write some songs as well and sell those. And the people make a lot of money doing that. So if you accept the message, that's going to be the last one for me for you. All right. And I always tell people when they get on here and they're getting readings and stuff, don't be getting readings from everybody because you don't want everybody to be all up in your energy and you don't want destiny swapping because people are all up in your energy. Thankfully, I don't want to sing. So, but overnight success. Something is meant for you and you're about to be booked and busy. Okay. You're booking people right now, but people are about to book you. And again, and this is going to be something that, again, helps you get to your retirement a lot faster. Okay. I'm glad you accepted both those messages. All right, y'all. I have been on here for, I don't know, forever, forever, forever. But please hit the notification button. I will probably go live tomorrow because tomorrow's Saturn day. I'll probably go live tomorrow. And if you guys would love to just vibe with me tomorrow, all you have to do is like and subscribe, and then I will put you on my list for tomorrow. And I will love, love, love to be on here again. But I'm hungry, and today my son registered for college, and we had orientation. It was 3 hours away. He's going to Texas A&M. It was a lot. So I just really wanted to jump on here, send some love, speak my truth, be the messenger for you, and I will see you again on the next live.